I never ever knew that peace could look like what I'm experiencing today. As you visit with me and listen to me today, you'll notice in the background we have our family goats. There are three of them behind us. Hopefully you can see them in the distance, but there are three of them behind us, and you may even hear them making their sounds during this presentation. I'm Priscilla, and thanks so much for joining me today. What do I want to share with you that I think you might find of great interest? In September, I will turn 73, and I am living my very best life. I'm living my very best life in a place that I never ever saw myself being. I'm living my best life now on a farm. If someone had told me years ago that I would be able to wake up without an alarm clock, without someone needing something from me, asking me to do something, or having the responsibility of doing something that I didn't necessarily want to do, but as a responsible person, I must do it. If someone told me that the day would come when I wouldn't have to do that, it would have been very hard for me to believe. And today, I'm actually living that dream. Imagine being able to come out on the patio and with my cup of coffee, I can drink my leisurely cup of coffee, take as long as I want to drink the coffee without feeling rushed, hurried, or the necessity to forego the coffee. This is living my best life. This is what retirement offers to those who can plan for it, look for it, expect it, and it will happen. Just as it has happened for me, it can happen for you. Now you may wonder if I say it can happen for you, while I didn't think it would happen for me. It can happen. You can actually start living your best life before retirement by thinking about what you want to do when you retire. And that was one of the things that I didn't do. I always felt I had to be available for someone else instead of being available for myself. You're going to go through whatever it is that you're going to go through, but hopefully something that I'm going to say is going to resonate with you, that as you venture into your life's journey, you'll remember you get to decide who you want to be and how you want to be in the life that is coming for you, that is your future. You know, for a very long time, I actually lived in survival mode. I took all the precautions that I could think of to make sure that I was safe and I would live to see another day. And of course, you would want that for yourself too, to be able to believe that you can see another day. But if the next day doesn't come, are you living a good life now? And this is what you can do to prepare for a good life. Now, I will say with a caveat, when I was younger, I did have a vision of what my future should look like. I believed I would get married, and I did. I believed that I would have a home, and I did. And I also believed that I would raise a family, and I did. I had one son, and it is a son that I'm very proud of today, and I will talk more about him in other videos, but for now, I'll just leave it at I'm very proud of the son that I raised today. My son was 9 years of age when my divorce was final. It is quite the challenge to raise a child when you're coming from a family of 3 to a family of 2, and the sole responsibility became mine, in my mind, to raise him. And to the best of my ability, That is exactly what I did. When my divorce was final, I was a survivor. I had to become a survivor. And for a very long time, that was the realm in which I lived. I was in survival mode every single waking hour. And perhaps even when I was asleep, I was in survival mode. But I made it through. My son has since graduated from college, married, and has 2 beautiful grandchildren. But I will tell you, with him being only 9, I was emotionally exhausted. I was totally disconnected from myself. Everything I felt became my responsibility. Every day I lived an outer body experience. And for many years, I survived with a to-do list. I had a to-do list for myself, and I had a to-do list for him. Now, whatever it is that you're facing or perhaps will face, you'll have to find the best solution for yourself. But one of the things that I do know is that having a community, you can come to a community, ask questions, get advice, and use your own common sense and combine the two, and you will have the solution that will best meet your needs for getting through divorce, separation, ends of many types of relationships. But retirement really is the big one. When I retired, I was a little frightened, or more really afraid of what the next chapter in my life would look like. Why did I retire? Well, first of all, let me just say I did retire early. I took early retirement because I was exhausted and I felt that I needed to do something for myself, and that is what I chose to do. When my son graduated from high school, he went off to college, I went back to school, and I wanted to reinvent myself. And I think I could say, basically, that is exactly what I did. I reinvented myself. I didn't think that retirement was going to be something extravagant, but I actually realized that it required less of me and what I was doing when I retired. I didn't do as much shopping. Not that I shopped that much anyway, but I didn't have to do as much shopping. I didn't have to do nearly as much as I did, in my opinion, when I worked. So retirement is a good fit for me. When I say retirement is a good fit for me, I wanted my freedom. I wanted to reclaim myself. I wanted to reclaim the pieces of me that was lost when I went through the divorce and raised my son. I didn't know the person that I was living with, or the person living inside of me. I was just a doer. Get it done, do this, and that is exactly how I lived. But now I have the life of freedom. The choices that I make today are the choices that impact my life only. For the most part, it impacts my life. I get to decide, when do I want to get up? When do I want to go to sleep? How long do I want to sleep without anyone questioning what it is that I'm choosing to do? This is the best life. If you are joining me for the very first time, I'm Priscilla, and I want to say thank you so much for joining me today. And as I talk about my journey via retirement, my new life, I want to ask, if you have questions, if you have comments, please make sure that you leave them in the chat below, and I will respond back to you almost immediately. Additionally, if you have not subscribed to the channel, please consider subscribing to my channel today.